Spring is finally here, and that means a few things: more buyers, more listings, and more people asking the question, what do I need to do and how much money do I need to spend to get my house ready to go on the market? Let's talk about this. Hi, my name is Brandon Snyder. I run a real estate team along with my wife Mary in the greater Houston area, and we come across clients just like you all the time looking to make the upgrades that make sense to get their house on the market. We're going to highlight three things today that I believe are super important to make sure that you get top dollar for your home while not breaking the bank. So, before you grab a paintbrush and start tearing down walls and cabinets, let's talk about some things to do and not do. Number one, skip expensive remodels. Now, I know you've probably watched a couple of shows, Flip or Flop, some of these newer ones, zombie houses, and you see this, you're like, man, like I can make this all really nice and spend all this money and I'm going to sell it for a gazillion dollars. That's not the case. You really want to spend time going down the simple route. If you're going to remodel your house, figure out what's going to matter to the buyer. Now, this could be paint colors, this could be cabinets, this could be flooring, but don't go all out. You're not going to be in this house forever. You're putting it on the market, and realistically, a buyer may not actually agree with your choices for this home. So think about that before you start tearing walls down and changing the structure of the home. If you start a project, please finish it. When we go to so many appointments where they're like, oh, I was going to do this thing and I just didn't get finished because life happened. And life happens, we understand that. But if you're going to start a project, finish it. If you want to start a project and you can't, don't start it at all. It will help you in the long run when it comes to selling your home. Number two, focus on first impressions. Now, a lot of people think first impressions means when they walk in the home, they have to be wowed. That's not necessarily the case. Things like landscaping, simple landscaping, mulch, putting in some flowers, that can help go a long way. Pressure washing your driveway, that can go a long way as well. But when they walk in the home, things they're looking for are paint colors, they're looking for flooring. So, just to give you a couple examples, if you're going to do paint, do a neutral color. Don't go anything crazy, get this extra glossy finish and go spend all this money on paint, and do something simple. We're still in a world where contractors gray or some sort of neutral color will still be good enough to have a buyer go, yeah, I like that. That's fine. I'll paint the color I want later. The other thing to think about is with flooring. Now, if you have a home that you haven't replaced the flooring in, let's say 15, 20 years, it's probably time to redo the flooring. We can talk about options like luxury vinyl plank, which is what you see in most new construction these days, or even carpet. You don't have to go all out. You can do something that makes sense for your budget that will also leave a lasting first impression for the buyer. The buyer just wants to feel that the home is updated, fresh, move in ready, and you can do those things on a relatively easy budget instead of going all out. Number three is hiring the right contractor. Yes, I know we've all heard the horror stories of you hired a guy, you paid him a deposit, he showed up for an hour of work and left with your money. That's important. You want to hire the right contractor to come and do the job. We always recommend contractors to our clients. We have a full list of vendors that we send out, give them the options to go make decisions based on pricing, based on availability, and things like that. I will tell you that we try to work with people that we've worked with before or we know and trust. Always work off referrals and recommendations. For the most part, that's how we operate in our business, and that's how we operate with our vendors. We've built a long-term relationship with them, and it helps. It can go a long way just being able to know that the job is going to get done the way you want it to at the budget you've set instead of having someone come in. I'm sure you've seen on HGTV where the guy comes in and he says, well, the budget's blown and we're going to spend an extra 200 grand to get this thing done. It's, where does this money come from? It doesn't exist. And you, as a consumer, should know that you need to find someone you can trust to get the job done. The important thing here in saying that is that you don't want to cut corners. So don't hire the cheapest person either. Just because they're cheap doesn't mean they're good. So ask for a portfolio of their work. Can you show me pictures, video, and testimonials of the work you've done previously so I can get a better understanding of what I'm going to do for the scope of my project? That will help you a very long ways. Now, if you are planning to sell your home soon and any of this was helpful, let's talk. I would love to get you in touch with some of our contractors and our trades that can get these projects done for you to help you sell for top dollar in this market while also minimizing the cost and getting it sold pretty fast. Now, we work with clients that do this all the time. They get their house ready to market. They spend money to get it done. If you want to know more about what that looks like, hey, I want to just know some simple things. Should I change this carpet? Should I paint this wall? Reach out to us below. We're happy to talk to you, give you help. If you're in a different state and you're watching this applies to your state most likely. Please reach out to us. We can get you connected with someone that we know and trust across the country.